And welcome back to Football Manager 2021, where we've had a little bit of time off, but that has given me time to go and finish the season. And we're in the playoffs, which is great. It's gone well. It's gone reasonably well. I've just dropped my pen. The magical pen, which is on Stream. Hang on. It's on Stream, magical pen. Stream, Facebook? It's not on Facebook. There isn't a Facebook profile for Dave's pen. Oh, that's put me off. Stream, Twitch. It's on the Fantasy Premier League Community Project. Go and check that out. There'll be a link potentially down below. Just go and look at my YouTube channel. It's on there. Anyway, back to the game. Yes, we ended up finishing 4th in our conference, which was good. In the Western Conference, we finished 4th. We were 7 points off the top. San Jose won it in the end. I think New York City FC, yeah, they won theirs at a counter at 74 points, 10 points more than San Jose, and that gave them the championship for the Shield. And now we're all into the thingy, you know, the playoffs and all that good stuff. So yeah, into the conferences and stuff like that. So Atlanta, not Atalanta, they're from Italy. Atlanta have gone through 2-1. And on our side of the draw, we're playing Seattle. Galaxy have got Kansas City, and Minnesota beat Portland 3-1 after extra time, which was very exciting. And we're going to go in and play Seattle Sounders, yes, which is very, very interesting. And what we're going to do is we're going to play these games, and then the draft is going to be on live on Twitch at a date yet to be announced. So you'll have to keep an eye out in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, link down below. Keep an eye out on Twitter. That's down below as well. And on my Twitter, that is. And follow me on Twitch, which is down below as well, because the draft will be done on Twitch, not on YouTube. But then I will be converting it to a YouTube video. So if you can't make it, the draft will still be done in a video. Very exciting, because we're going to get rid of quite a lot of older players and bring in a number of youth from the college system in America through the draft, which I'm very excited about. But before that, we've got to see how we get on in the playoffs. So we did say we want to win everything in MLS in America, and so far our only chance is winning this thing in the playoffs. Is winning the playoffs. I don't know what it's called. Is it the Supporter Shield? Is the whole league? I can't remember what the playoffs one's called. But we also want to win the US Cup, which we got knocked out to Houston in the 5th round this year. But first up is Seattle, and we've got a pretty strong team. We're missing Ziegler at left back and Apara at centre back. But generally, we're not actually that weak. We might have to start Santos. I'm undecided if we're going to start Santos or a slightly unfit Hedges, who is better at playing there. He is more natural at playing this centre-back defensive role. And this episode will be the whole of the playoffs. So if we get all the way through, it'll be a long episode. If we don't, and we get knocked out after this game, it's going to be a short episode. And you can cheat now by seeing how long this episode is and deciding how far we get. But yes, Yaya Toure, revelation. He's been wonderful this season. Really good. 4 goals, 1 assist doesn't speak a lot, but 7.22 does. He just makes us click. He makes us tick, makes us click, and it's all going very, very well. Something we are going to do, because we don't need to go all out attack anymore, we are going to start looking for a bit more possession-based positive play rather than all-out gung-ho attack. So we don't need to... We're going to do all of this still, because I want to give it to the playmaker, which is Toure. Gets him on the ball a lot. We want to go really high up. We don't need to be as urgent pressing wide. We don't need to get stuck in. We are going to play the offside trap, and we're going to go from there. So let's get into the game and see how we get on. Any changes I want to make? I'm going to start Hedges. It's a risk, but we're going to start him, and we're going to go with because Hollingshead has to go to the left back, so we'll start Cannon, Hedges, Brezen, Hollingshead, Toure, Skip, Barrios, Acosta, Mosquera, and Zahovic up front. The only one I'm a bit concerned about is Acosta. He hasn't played brilliantly in that attacking midfield role. And I'm actually going to start Picault over Mosquera just because I was looking at the recent form. And he is much better in recent form. So that's what we're going to go with. Let's submit that team. Let's get into it. Matt Hedges is struggling. We know that. But yeah, let's go. Leave a like if you're enjoying the series. Subscribe if you're new. If you're excited for Football Manager 2021, go and check out my video. 5 things I think can be improved in FM 2020 for FM 21. I'm always excited for the new Football Manager game, and I think these sort of series, when you've done your long-term save, the game's been out for ages, having a bit of fun, I think is good. And I already know who I'm going to be managing for the beta save and the main save as well. So I know both the saves that we're going to have from the off, and the beta save isn't Man United. It's not Man United. So we are going to... I'm going to keep that a secret, and I'm already quite excited about it. They are a Premier League team, and we'll see what's going to happen, really. But let's get into this game and see how we're getting on. So we're going to change it down to key, because hopefully we'll have more than one game in this episode. And hopefully Luka Zahovic can fire in a couple of goals. He has been brilliant, as expected in the MLS. He is a very good striker. At this sort of level, it is up just above. He's just above this sort of level, so it's good. And there is a chance that a bigger team may come and purchase him off us, but we'll have to wait and see. As Frey gets it away, does find Morris in there. Luka Zahovic, we've just been chatting about him, and he's nicked the ball, lays it into Acosta, into the box. He's tackled. Barrios picks it up, fires it across goal. Pickle, who got the nod for the start, his cross is cleared away, and here come the Seattle Sounders as Lederia, who isn't the quickest, is tackled, but it falls through. Rodriguez shoots, good save from Gonzalez, apparently, but it's a free kick, and it's offside, I think it was. João Paulo, free kick, and it goes. Gonzalez with a good hand, touches it behind. Let's see if we can just improve our game a little bit. 18 minutes gone, so we can do a shout, which will either be demand more, encourage, or praise, as it's headed away by Reggie Cannon at the near post, and Barrios looked to launch a counter, but didn't. Hedges, the man who's slightly unfit, lays it back to Gonzalez, clears it out to Reggie Cannon, heads it back into play, but it's a poor header. And Morris lays in Lederio, and that's a terrible finish. Absolutely woeful from Nicolas Lederio, who is a pretty decent player. I had a very, very old, I think it was FM 10 or 11 maybe, something like that, where I played as Seattle Sounders, because I think it was when Clint Dempsey moved back there after Fulham, and I was always a fan of Clint Dempsey. And do I still have it? Yeah, I think I do still have it in England, a Seattle Sounders shirt. So when they were sponsored by Xbox, they may still be sponsored by Xbox. But yeah, it was a nice little green shirt. And here we go, Zahovic into Ollie Skip. Ollie Skip, what a time to get your first goal for the club, or in the season, because I think he scored in the cup actually. But easy for Seb Frey, I want to say it is in goal for Seattle. Cleared away, Reggie Cannon. Back to Hedges. All the way back to Gonzalez. Slow it down, take your time, that's alright. Play out from the back, Gonzalez. Out to Reggie Cannon, who hasn't had the best of games, judging by highlights. Hedges. Yaya Toure. On a yellow card, but back to Hedges. All the way back to Gonzalez. Out to the left-hand side. Picks out Picoult with a lovely pass. Picoult cuts infield. He's still going over the top, looking for Barrios. Surely a goal, and it is. And he's onside. Is he? No, he's not. I've called it far too early. What a... I was going to say a very naughty word there, kids, that I'm not going to say. What a nasty man that referee is for disallowing that goal. The red line is clearly in front of the yellow, which means he's definitely offside, and it remains 0-0 as we go into half-time. What timing that was. I could have just carried on talking. It would have been the smoothest transition to half-time ever. It's been a bumper episode today on the channel, a bumper day, really, on the channel, because you've had PGA Tour, you've had Fantasy Football, and you've had FM as well, so enjoy it while it's there. Happy with your performance so far, and we're streaming F1 tonight, I think. So lovely stuff. I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep it up. Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna win. I think we've been playing. You have the ability, and strikers. You weren't that bad. I believe you can still improve. Luka. That's generally just talking to you, mate. But 6-1-5 Pickle. So we have got Mosquera on the bench. Skip could come off for Acosta as well. As here come Seattle. Apparently, as Leodam gets it away. It is brought down well by Rudiaz into Morris, who's got a bit of space to run into. Gonzalez with a good save, holds on to it well. They've gone 4-2-4 attacking, so we should be able to hit them on the counter. We're going to make a couple of changes. 55 minutes gone. Pickle is coming off. Mosquera on. Skip off. Thiago Santos on. Hollingshead's not having a game at left. Right. What I do want help with from you guys is what positions are we looking for in the draft? My immediate reaction is I think we need, or maybe not in the draft, maybe we pick them up off other teams, but left back, goalkeeper, I think we need a better starting goalkeeper. And potentially both full-back sides. I don't think Hollingshead's the best. Reggie Cannon's good, but he's young. Maybe he'll be our starting right back next year, who knows. But We need to just... Hollingshead talking about him there. He's had a bit of an error, kicking it straight into the Seattle man. Oh, my God. Not only was I talking about Hollingshead possibly being replaced, Gonzalez in goal has had a shocker. He has had a shocker. Look at this. So Finlay's there. Mosquera did well, laid it back. Hollingshead booted it at Finlay and it's hit him. He's run past Hollingshead into the box. Right-footed Gonzalez should save that on the near post. It's dreadful goalkeeping. And we're going to go to attacking and demand more. As Brezan into Hollingshead. Back to Brezan. Back to Hollingshead. You can see they're putting a press on Seattle now as well as Finlay gets the ball. Crosses blocked well by Hollingshead. Mosquera gets it away looking for Luka Zahovic. Poor pass. Gomez Andrade picks it up. Leodam goes along with the pass. It's won by Hedges. Hollingshead flicks it on. Good turn from Mosquera. Mosquera runs in field with it. We don't mind him doing that. Out to Barrios on the wing. Barrios up against his man. Gets round his man. Fortuitously, Mosquera with a header. It's skimmed the bar. And that just ain't good enough, my friend. That ain't good enough. We've got a 6.0 back there for Hollingshead. Mujoma's going to come on. Haven't seen too much of him this season. He's going to get a bit of a... It was a bit of a bold decision bringing him on in the playoffs. But I don't think FC Dallas were expected to do much. I think we're just expected to finish mid-table. Looked offside. Referee! He looked offside. Show us that replay, please. We're 2-0 down. His first goal of the season, obviously. Looked offside. It's cleared away. I can't pause, can I? Caldwell fires it in. I think he's off. If I could be asked, I'd go back and try and pause it on point. But it's bouncing around. Luka can't shoot. Barrios left-footed. It's in. It's 2-1. It's an OG from Jovin Jones, which is an amazing name. He's a left-back. He's better than our left-back. We'll keep an eye on him. Trinabogian. I didn't know that's what someone from Trinidad was called. But corner comes in. It's a terrible header away. Zahovic lays it back to Barrios, who's shot. And it's deflected over Frey. So I think in real life that would actually be credited to Barrios. But, right, well, there's one goal in it with just under 10 minutes to go. Have we got enough about us? 2 minutes to go. They've got a corner, so probably not. Loderio puts it in. It's all the way to the back post. Finlay's there. It's going over to be reviewed. We might not be out of this just yet. At the Toyota Stadium. At home. It's not going to be given, is it? They always cancel it, I think, when it goes back to review. From the reviewing decision, yeah, foul. We all saw it, clear as day. Pushing another player. 4 minutes of injury time are done. It's over. We're out. First round of the playoffs. Boom. That wasn't good enough. There we go. Smash. Done. Okay. Right. Squad. Here we go. Let's extend this a bit so people think there's more than one game. Goalkeeper. I think we need a better goalkeeper. Jesse Gonzalez hasn't done badly, but also hasn't done very well. I think we could pick up another goalkeeper. Probably not in the draft. I don't think good goalkeepers will come through the draft, but I think we can pick up another goalkeeper from somewhere else. Right backs. Let's do this going through the filters because that's always easier. So, right backs. These are the people that can play right back. Brian Berg discounted because he is a centre back and will be waived. I can tell you that right now. We don't need him. And actually, in fact, can I just do it now? Transfer. No, I can't. But we will. He will be waived at the end of the season. So Reggie Cannon, right back, not bad. 21 years old, got a decent bit of potential on him as well. So really good physicals, and I think he will improve when the stats are upgraded at the end of the year. Plays as a wing back, more attacking than he is defensive. Really happy to have him in the team. Hollingshead, Mr. Utility. Do we cash in? He's always got another MSL team interested in him. I think we can potentially get a deal for him. Whether it's we get more draft picks to bring in youngsters, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. We'll see what people want to do. But to be honest, we're not utilising him for his utility. He has been our starting right back, and he's not been 7.03. He's been better than I imagined. 7 assists, but yeah, I think we could upgrade. Eddie Manjoma, 21, same age as Reggie Cannon, but nowhere near as good. Again, I think it's someone we could potentially cash in on. 6 appearances, 6.66, not the best, Eddie Manjoma. And Brian Burke, we've already discussed. On the left side of a defence, we have 3. Reto Ziegler is our starting left back, 33 years old though. Again, probably going to look to cash in and get a deal for him, even though he has had a decent season. I just think we can get better. We can get better. Eddie Majoma, we might keep him around so that he can be our backup left back if we bring another one in. And Hollingshead, again, it's utility, but is he going to be... I think we can just get better, and I think Hollingshead days might be numbered. You've got to let me know. In the centre of midfield... Well, centre of defence, actually, before we move into midfield. Brezan has actually done quite well. I wasn't too sure about him, but he's actually had a pretty solid season for us, and I think he's going to be okay. Matt Hedges is the same. I thought he'd be someone that I'd be looking to replace, but he's actually had a very solid season, so I'm actually not actively looking to replace those two. If there's a deal to be had, then we might bring someone in. Kefi Opara as a backup has been superb. I'm more than happy to keep him around as a backup, and I think we can draft another young centre-back or bring someone up from the youth team. I think that's the way to go in terms of centre-back. Central midfield, because we're not playing with a holding midfielder at the moment, we do have Ollie Skip. I'd love to keep him around. He's had a very good season for us. He's done well in the Mazzala role is actually what he's become. We'll have to see what we can do if we can get him back. Yaya Toure has been amazing. Very happy with Yaya Toure. We'll get one more season out of him and see what happens. Brian Acosta has done reasonably well. I think, in theory, we could actually drop him back into the Mazzala role and look to bring in a new attacking midfielder. I think that might be a better solution to the idea. Paxton Pomykal, youngster, going to keep him around, give him probably, hopefully 10 or so games next season rather than 5, work on it. But he does look good. He does look like he's got a good bit of potential on him. Thiago Santos is the man who's just been sort of unlucky with the players we brought in. He can't really do the Mazzala role very well. He's not attacking enough to do the Mazzala role. He doesn't have the attacking stats to do it. He does have the role to sort of do the deep line playmaking job when Toure can't. But again, I think there's better players out there, so we may look to have an offer for Thiago Santos and try and sort something out in terms of that. Brandon Savania, again, not sure he's going to progress as much as we need in this short sort of stint, but 6 appearances, 6.78, another option we can have. We'll see what's out there in the draft. And Edwin Cerillo, I think he played a handful, not even that, 0. Might drop him down to the youth team or see if we can get him a loan deal or something like that, because he's not really progressing as much as we would like. We might as well look at the attacking midfield central options, which is basically all the same people we've looked at, plus Mosquera, who is quite inconsistent, but when he plays well, he plays really well. So we'll keep him around unless we get a good offer for the Colombian. He's mainly going to be playing on the left wing. So I think attacking midfield is crucial as well. I think that is a position we need to look at. The 2 on the wing is Mosquera, who we've looked at, and Picault, who plays much better than his stats. 9 goals, 6 assists, 31 appearances, and getting a 7 average. Happy with that, according to he only cost 300k. So happy with Fafa Picault doing his job. On the right-hand side, it's Barrios, and that's about it. When he gets injured, we do struggle. So a right winger through the draft would be incredibly good. That would be very useful. But as you can see, very good. 11 goals, 11 assists, 7.3. Had a very, very good season for us this year. Probably get voted player of the year for the fans. Attacker-wise, I've just pressed continue. That's annoying. Attackers-wise, Luka Zahovic, starting striker, will be starting striker next year as well. Not on the lookout for a striker. He can do the job. Bentner will be released. That is a given. He is just rubbish. Absolutely terrible. 6.61, 1 goal, which I think was a penalty in 19 appearances. He will be saying goodbye to Nicholas Bentner. Francis Atiuhini is a really strange one. Must be quite good potential because he's Galaxy Adidas or whatever it is, Generation Adidas, and can play as a striker and is pretty quick, which is always good at lower league sort of levels. But his general stats are rubbish. But I played him up front in 1 game and he scored 2 goals. So maybe he will be our backup striker to Luka Zahovic. I don't know. But Cal Jennings looks like he's got potential, could be pretty useful. Didn't play at all for us this season. And we also have, in the B team, we also have Ricardo Pepi, who is highly rated. So we might look to bring him and see if he can make a performance or two. We also have, who's the other high? We have Alex Bruce in there as well, who's quite highly rated. Ronaldo Damus is probably the most highly rated one. We'll look to see if we can get him some game time. So again, strikers, not too fast. I think there is options out there that we can use if we're not going to draft it in. But now that is the team. What I would like you guys to let me know down below is, who do we waive? Who do we just get rid of? on a free, because we can do that in America when it comes to the end of the season. We just say they're not getting a contract and they get released, or we'll offer them out to clubs as well. And what positions do we look to draft and what positions do we look to buy? That's a very key thing to do. I do want to bring through the youth. I do want to bring through some youth players. So there's not going to be too many more like Nicholas Bentner players coming in. If there's a really high profile player, like I'm talking like a Wayne Rooney who could still cut it in the MLS coming back from Derby or something, I think we might go and buy someone like that and bring them in if they're on a free transfer. But we'll have to wait and see. But thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye out on Twitter and on the YouTube community post and on the Discord, and we will I'll announce when we're going to be doing the draft. When is the draft? That would be useful to know, wouldn't it? MLS rules draft. It's called the Super Draft. How do I find out when the Super Draft is? Is it January? It must be January. It must be at the beginning of January, because the season runs January to December. So we might as well look at this as well. So, young player of the season, Luka Zahovic, 23-year-old Luka Zahovic. Luka Zahovic was also the signing of the season, 1.5 million. I'm surprised Toure didn't get that, signing on a free, and he played really well. Thiago Santos, who we're saying we might sell, got goal of the season. And Mikel Barrios got the fans player of the year, backed up by Acosta and then Zahovic as well. We will just accept that no matter what they say, because we want to stay in a job. Squad dynamics is looking pretty good. Everything's up to very good. Managerial support and dressing room, which is good to see. End of season break, and the post-match analysis is and it should just say rubbish across it. You lost. That's what it needs to say. But yeah, so I think we've got plenty of time actually until the draft, but we will be back for it. A bit of the build-up as well, and we'll see you then live on stream for the draft, and we'll go through it as it will be a video as well. So don't worry if you can't catch the draft on live stream. It will be better doing it on live stream if you can join us, but it will be then recorded and put as a video on the channel so that you guys don't miss out for those that can't join the stream. But a disappointing end to the season in the playoffs. We actually counted well. Luka Zahovic has got a new record for most goals scored in the season. Barrios has got the most assists in the season, and he's also set the most man of the match awards in the season. So not at all a failure of a season, especially with how it started. But next year we're going in playing Gegenpressing for the whole season, and we'll see how it goes. So March is there. I guess the Super Draft must be done before we played that first friendly, because we didn't do it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Can we go into January? Aha! Super Draft, there it is, 16th of January. So we'll come back at the beginning of January and see, so we can get a bit of the combine results and stuff like that. And it should be very interesting. And that'll be done live on twitch.tv/cultured_left_foot. A very simple name to remember. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. While I give that a save, I will say my farewells. And for now, I'm out. Cheers.